Welcome, this is Birendra Kumar Jha and you are watching Khabar Tahtak. Dear religious viewer of Khabar Tahtak, the story under the religion section of Khabar Tahtak that I have brought before you is related to the glorious divine act of the Supreme God Mahadev, which caused a great barrier in the marriage of him with Parvati. This was the last barrier passing which Lord Shiva had married with Parvati. On the basis of Ramcharitmanas, Valmiki Ramayana, Shiv Puran and Devi Puran, I will describe you as to how this barrier appeared and how this was removed. And if you want to know in details, please do remain with this video throughout. In the Shiv Puran, it is described that the divine act has been being played by the Supreme God Mahadev since Sati had examined his adorned deity Ram disguised as his wife Sita. However, Sati did not tell anything to the Supreme God Mahadev, yet from his insight he knew everything and went into deep meditation so that they cannot remain as wife and husband. Meanwhile, Sati went to his father sacrifice, and there she found great humiliation in the name of the Supreme God Mahadev, her husband. She became enraged and then instantly jumped into the sacrificial fire and immolated, hearing which first Lord Shiva sent his followers Birabhadra to destroy the sacrifice, and later himself arrived at the sacrificial place, took the half-burned body of Sati and started dancing Tandava, the great dance which caused the universe at the point of this version, and on all the living beings were to be destroyed by this act of Tandav Nritya, a special kind of dance often done by Shiva to make a great destruction on the world. Hearing this, everything, Lord Shiva Shankar dissipated the parts of body of Sati into 51 pieces. Wherever these pieces found on the earth, there become Shakti Peeth, a center of power, and where anyone who prays Parvati, Sati, Lord Shiva there gets a great boon, and every desire of him is being fulfilled by this worship. Later on, again, the Supreme God Mahadev went into deep meditation, and here Sati, born as a Parvati in the house of Himavan and Maina, which remaining a few days there, again wanted to be wife of the Supreme God Mahadev. She started a great dance to get him as his bridegroom. However, first of all, the Supreme God Mahadev did not pay any attention to the penance offered by Parvati, and whenever he became pleased, and bound Parvati of being her husband, made many a obstacle into his marriage with Parvati in order to make her know that he is above auspicious and inauspicious. And in this direction, first of all, he went as a dancer in the house of Himaman. There he enjoyed Maina, the mother of Parvati, and when she wanted to give something to the dancer, he wanted the hand of Parvati to be married, which enraged Maina, and when Himwan arrived there, told him to make this dancer away instantly from his house and not to marry with Shiva. However, many such a small obstacles were arriving and being solving, but the great and last barrier and obstacle was that when the Bharat, that is the bridegroom side participant, arrived at the house of Parvati to marry her, and Maina wanted to see the face of Lord Shiva, came at the roof, knowing that Maina is not loving him but is suspicious about him and skillfully had come here to see him. Then he again started playing divine play and sent the flamboyant and glamorous Lord Vishnu, Lord Brahmadev, and Indradev ahead of the Bharat party, seeing whom Maina was very much pleased and thought how would be the bridegroom if his friends are so much flamboyant and glamorous. But when Shiva arrived as bridegroom, Maina fainted seeing his devastated form bearing a human skull garland into his neck and remaining filled by the ghosts of different kinds all round. This time Seg wanted to console Maina that Lord Shiva is not as she is thinking. He is the supreme God and every God works under his control. But Maina was not ready even to marry his her daughter Parvati with him unless and until he saw beautiful face of Lord Shiva. Seeing that the matter was being disrupted and the situations of separation of Parvati and the Supreme God Mahadev and the Bharat party being returned empty handed without marrying Parvati, Lord Vishnu came before and he made Brahmadev understand something and sent him to Lord Shiva to say what he wants. The Brahmadev arrived at the Supreme God Mahadev, who were in auspicious form, being surrounded by the ghost. Brahmadev said that uh, Lord Vishnu had prayed you something that it is up to you now to solve the the situations and handle the situations so that you can marry Parvati, and this is necessary because with your son only Tarakasur can be killed. Giving attention to the words of Lord Vishnu, the Supreme God Mahadev became ready and he changed his form into beautiful form and glamorous and flamboyant face. When Maina saw this form of bridegroom, he was astonished and overjoyed, saying that he unwantedly and unknowingly had been insisting on not to marry Parvati with the Supreme God Mahadev, and now this barrier was removed and Lord Shiva Shankar married Parvati, the son of which killed Tarakasur later on. Thank you all for being up to the last of this video.